There we go. Hi, guys. It may be later, but hello, hello. You may have heard some silence, but welcome. Welcome to a special Facebook Live, you guys. I'm Super Dave, Director of Training with Best Life Creation Society. And you're going, wait a second. This isn't Super Dave or Super Dave. You're right. Because we're doing a special, beautiful expansion on my experience as well as my wonderful guest, Miss Tracy Kouba. Hi, Tracy.
Hello, hello,
Hi.
hello.
Hello, hello, halo, hello, halo. Yeah.
Hi.
On the life coaching certification program that Tracy and I just completed, and our experience with that. And Tracy, I'm really glad that you're here because I know that you're doing your feeling and finding you every week, and from
Yeah,
that you get a really great emphasis on the group coaching aspect of what you learned from the certification, and then
yeah,
I'll share my experience here in a few minutes afterwards about the personalized one-on-one experience that we get from everything we learned in the life coaching certification. So I'll just hand it off to you.
yeah, yeah. I love the new certification course that Best Life is doing. Both of us have taken the version before, and the new version flowing forward is so amazing to focus on what's good in your life rather than the things that you think you need to fix. Because
Yeah,
when we focus on what's good, everything else levels up. And
yeah,
it was so fun to do this new course and feel that in our own lives while we got to participate in, what new students are going to be learning.
yeah,
So exciting and so nice and refreshing to focus forward rather than in back of us.
yeah,
I just loved it. Yeah. And
yeah,
Sue is amazing. The instructor, she is just the best. I just love her.
yeah.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you, Tracy. And I think what's so cool too is, yeah, I love how not only the way the class is designed, but oftentimes with coaching certifications, there's very much a thing of, um, what do we need to improve upon? What do we need to do better? What do we need to do? And the very first exercise that we learned in there was the satisfaction exercise. And so it's really about helping people tap in, what are they doing correct? What is working? What are things that are happening in your life that, yeah, you maybe want to improve upon, but even not even putting emphasis on what you need to improve, focusing on what feels really good, knowing that because we're focusing on what feels good, those things that we want to improve will naturally start to improve automatically.
Yeah, exactly. You know, um, no one wants to look at the past, really. And, you know, I mean, people want to, but why do that? It made us who we are, and we don't need to look back at that.
Yeah.
You know, there's a quote somewhere. I don't remember how it goes exactly, but only look at the past if it makes you smile. We don't have to look
Oh,
at
yeah.
the other things in the past.
Yeah.
Learn from them and move ahead. Always focus forward, and that's what this form of coaching is all about. And it's so awesome.
I love that you said that, Tracy, because I even read a Abraham quote recently, which was, when we're having these awarenesses of our past, we're not having them about the past. We're having them here from our secure present. And
Right.
that's, I think, is so fabulous about this way this course is designed too, which is that even if we are having these awarenesses, there was never an emphasis on, okay, let's go back and look at that. It was, oh, I just realized this, or oh, I just recognized this in my own life, or oh, that's cool because that means that flowing forward, I could do, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, super awesome. I was going to talk to you about, and then I'd love to ask your opinion on everything that you gained from it too, Tracy. But what I think was so cool too is that oftentimes too, it seems like with certification programs, especially for life coaching, that there's like one niche, right? Maybe it's a health aspect, maybe it's a financial aspect, maybe it's a what's another big one? Relationship aspect, right? And what I
Yeah.
love about the way that we receive the training and the way the training is presented, to be a life coach in Best Life is it's about your whole life. It's the
Yeah.
fact that these principles and that these tools that Sue utilizes and shared with us are so
Hmm.
universal that we can apply them into any and every aspect of our life.
Absolutely. I noticed in my life, um, focusing on the things that were going good and the things that I felt really good about and felt like I was moving forward. The things that I thought I needed to work on automatically leveled up, and I didn't even have to do anything. You
Right.
know, it,
Yeah.
it, it affected every area of my life just
Same.
by doing the exercises and, doing some freedom release method. And
Yeah.
it's just so refreshing to look forward instead of, thinking that we
Yeah.
have to fix something, because we're perfect the way we are. We're getting where we need to go, what we need to do.
Yeah.
Either way, we're going to get there. But this is such a smoother way to do
It
things.
is. Oh,
Like
I know.
Espen says, it's so much smoother.
It is
Yeah,
much clearer. I love that you said that too, Trace, because like we're always doing the best we can with what we got when we got it, right? I know you and I have
right.
joked about how like, isn't it so funny that we used to think that like it was so convenient to like, if you need to make a call and you're out and about, you can go to a gas station and use a payphone. And the
Yeah,
best part, all you need is a quarter. How
yeah,
cool is that? That's so convenient. And now we look at it now from our secure present of where we are now and go,
yeah,
oh my God, that's wonderfully inconvenient. And it's
right.
so awesome to know that we have this thing, and
Yeah,
we can just use it wherever we
yeah,
want. But it just goes to show that we're always in a space of evolution. We're always in a space of flowing forward. And
yeah.
Jen, can you pull up Chris's comment? I love what she just wrote there a second ago. That was really powerful. Yeah, it says if you keep looking at your life through the rear view mirror, it
Yeah,
it ensures that your future looks identical to it. I mean, that's
right.
brilliant, Chris.
Yeah,
That's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And that's what I so love about this
yeah,
life coaching certification is that there is no emphasis on looking back. There's only
right.
emphasis on allowing things to be easier and flow forward.
Yeah, yeah. So simple but intense. I mean,
Yeah,
and I don't know if intense is the right word, but expansive.
yeah,
It really does affect all areas of your life,
yeah,
without even focusing on one specific thing.
yeah,
And uh,
yeah.
it's just amazing. And I love what Chris said. That is so good.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
good, Chris. Yeah, and I was going to ask you too, Trace, because I know that we were in the same class together, right? So we
Mhm.
got to, experience each
Yeah.
other and listen to each other and hear each other coach.
Yeah.
I kept having this theme happen over and over as I flowed forward with it, which was, wow, this is even easier. Wow, this gets to be easier. Wow, this is making this aspect of my life easier. Wow, oh my gosh, I can apply this to my relationships. I can apply this to my
Right.
finances, and for
Yeah.
myself, I've found that to be something that's been so wonderful because, even though I'm not coaching every aspect of my life, I've
Mhm.
absolutely taken these tools and principles and utilized them in every aspect of your life. Anything you
Yeah.
want to add to that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's totally true. And, when going into the class, I knew that we were making some changes and being more forward focused, but I didn't realize how much it would affect every area, you know.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, it's so true. It was so easy. And, sometimes you think, oh, I really could use some coaching on this one thing. And you kind of dread it a little bit, like, oh, I'm going to have to do so much work and it's going to be so hard. It's not. It's not. It makes it so much fun and um, really kind of, uh, I don't know if exciting is the right word, but um,
effervescent joy, maybe.
yeah. Effervescent joy is my word, my theme for the year. But yeah, it really is. It's just so easy and so flowing, and you don't even realize it's maybe subtle is the word.
Yeah,
So subtle that everything in your life is moving forward when
yeah,
you're really only focusing on feeling good
yeah,
and
yeah,
doing the things that feel good to you,
yeah.
and waiting. If there's something that feels heavy, wait until you're feeling good to do it, and then
Yeah.
it's easy.
Yeah.
And that was a huge pivot point for me in
Mm.
our class.
Yeah, I like that you said that too, Trace, because it's so often that it's been sort of emphasized, especially with coaching, that you got to take a lot of action. You got to take a lot of action. And I love how the exact opposite was emphasized in the
Right.
certification program, which is focus on the feeling. Allow yourself to feel into your alignment
Yeah.
with the activity and then going about it taking the activity. And I think it's also because Sue really expanded on this beautiful point, which is, the greatest tool that we truly have is our own alignment. And when we're
Yeah.
really feeling and flowing with our own beautiful alignment, everything works. Whether we're being a
Everything.
coach, whether we're being a client,
Yeah.
whether we're being, a husband, a boyfriend, a significant other, a spouse, a grandma, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like a business owner, it's all about our alignment.
Yeah. Yeah. It truly is. And another thing that I really loved about this class was there were people from all over the world in the
Yeah,
class.
yeah,
And, depending on what time, this time we're offering 2 different time slots for it. Um, it it's so fun to meet other people and to hear their points of view on things and the way they look at life, and just to connect with people from everywhere, all
yeah,
over, that you never would have a chance to connect with, and you
yeah,
really create community and have fun and meet new besties. So
yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah, I
love
love that. Oh, I love what
it.
Jen said here too. She's saying that everything that has preceded us has served us well if we
Right.
allow it to.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
so true.
yeah,
When we have a little wobble in our life, it gives us clarity on what we do and don't want,
right.
and allows us to move forward with what we do want rather than sticking in the mud of what we don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Well, and I think it's so cool too because one of the things that Sue really goes over in pretty great detail too is muscle testing and the freedom release
yeah,
method too, Trace.
yeah,
And that's what I thought was so awesome because for several weeks we really got to understand that, and it never felt rushed, right? It
mm-mm,
felt very flowing. It felt like, oh, and you could hear people that maybe have coached for years going, oh, that makes so much sense, or oh,
yeah,
I can now utilize that too. And just the overall theme that I felt with this was like it was so fun that this is allowing life to be easier. And so, yeah, I wanted to ask you, since you're doing group coaching with your class that you do on Facebook, Feeling and Finding You,
yeah.
what have you been finding for yourself since doing the coaching certification, and how that's really evolved your class and your coaching?
From a coach's perspective, it things flow a lot easier.
Yeah,
I now, before, when I was coaching, sometimes I would get stuck, like, okay, where do I take this client now? Where do I go now with this?
yeah,
And
yeah,
now their lives start to flow so much easier that it's just fun to see, okay, what can I create next?
yeah,
What can we tweak a little bit here to do, get what you want in this aspect of your life?
yeah,
Or, what do you love to do more that you can focus on, that's going to really help everything else? And it's just such a more refreshing way to do coaching.
yeah,
And I like to do group coaching more than one-on-one, really. And um, with with the groups, the freedom release method has seemed like it's really made some huge changes, where the way we did it before, it made changes, but not as deep or as monumental, I don't
yeah,
think.
yeah,
And now it's just amazing what it's done. I've had
yeah.
people tell me, this is exactly what I needed today, and thank you so much. It helped me get through a day that I thought was going to be hard, and it wasn't.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
things like that. It's just um, so much funner way to live.
yeah. I agree,
If
Trace.
funner is a word, I don't know, but
Yeah, it
we
is for
like
us.
to make up words in
Yeah,
best
exactly.
in
Yeah,
best life.
We're we're best lifeicizing it, folks. So
Right,
yeah,
right.
I,
Yeah,
I'm totally with you, Trace. Yeah, and I'll say, from my own perspective, being more someone that tends to like, one-on-one coaching. I
yeah,
do enjoy group coaching, but I know I have a very strong knack for doing one-on-one coaching.
right.
I had a similar thing too, where it was kind of like, okay, I've gotten them there, you know, where now, and I was always kind of more or less trying to think of actions for them,
Right.
and now since I've have gone through the certification, I've realized it's not about that. It's about just feeling and flowing with your alignment, allowing
Yeah.
yourself to be in a space where you allow them the potential to feel their alignment. And then there's always something that you're inspired to share with them in the next moment, in that next moment. And,
Exactly.
even with doing the releasing and uplifting, which is one of the benefits of being a Best Life member, which is coaching directly from me uh, at least 3 times a week,
Yeah.
um, is that there's been even a greater emphasis on flowing forward. There's been an even greater emphasis on people not going, okay, I need to do this and this and this and this. It's like, well, I'm feeling so good. Or oftentimes, all I'm there to do, because I'm muscle testing the whole time, is fill ups, because there's
Right.
nothing there to release. There's nothing
Yeah.
there to address, and
Yeah.
so it's like you wouldn't try to clean your clean car by making it
Right.
cleaner. It's
Yeah.
it's 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 a defeatist purpose, and that's what I think is so so powerful. And I think the other thing that I wanted to tap into too is the power of being able to be general about what we're focused on or what we're trying to,
Mhm.
move forward from. Like we don't need to be like, oh, it was my, and I don't know a person named Kathy. So if you're an Aunt Kathy out there, I apologize. But, oh, my Aunt Kathy is just getting to me left and right and sideways, and they did this and they said this and we don't have to do that. All we have to do is just be real general and be like, you know what? I just want to feel better about Aunt Kathy. That's all I want.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't have to go into a whole story. You don't have to go into a whole spiel about it.
Mhm.
And then the coach that you're working with, the certified coach with Best Life, is going to be able to say, okay, and just take you there, and
Yeah.
gently in a space that's very free and flowing. And as our beautiful Espen says, easy, gentle, and general.
Yeah. 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 Another thing that I've noticed with this method of coaching is that it empowers the client more.
Yeah.
The client feels like, okay, I am in control of my life, and I I can flow to where I want to go and what I
Yes.
want to do. It's
Yeah.
not the coaches up here and they have to tell you what to do. We're
Right.
not, we're not the commander or whatever.
Right.
You're empowering the client so that they can take control of their own life and
I
move forward,
I
you
love
know.
that you said that. I'm going to read this comment from Chris here in a second, but I love that you said that. Yeah, because even doing the certification and working with my clients, it was so fun how to see them not only feeling more empowered, but there was even sometimes when we do sessions and there was nothing there to clear, and they're like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So, go forward and continue having
Yeah.
a great rest of your week, and we'll connect again next week. And
Hmm.
that's really cool too, because it's about empowering people. Our certification is not to make someone your coach for the rest of your life. Our
Right.
certification is to empower people to feel their beautiful alignments,
Yeah.
so that way they can be, in essence, their own coach, their own guidance, their own
Yeah.
mentor.
Yeah.
Um, it's one of the things I love about our certification program.
Yeah, yeah, I was gonna comment on that too, Dave. The biggest compliment you can have as a coach is that your client graduates from you.
Yeah,
they can do things
yeah,
and maybe come back if they have a little wobble that they need to get through or something like that. But
yeah,
we don't need, or you should be able to flow through your life um, more easily
yeah.
and not have to rely on someone else constantly,
Right,
every day of your life to
right,
get you through. And
right.
and I believe that that's what our coaching really does, is
I do too.
empower.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
too. Yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely. Oh, woo,
Bless you.
blowing
Bless
forward
you.
with that too. Wow. Thank you.
You
Woo.
must have released something there.
Yeah, I guess so. Hey Jen, can you pull up that comment from Chris? Oh, thank you. So it says, I also focus on the good and positive in everything. It is what makes me feel the best personally. I mean, that's beautiful that you said that, Chris, because
Hmm.
every single exercise that Sue implemented had that emphasis of focusing on the positive, had
Yeah.
that emphasis of focusing on what's working. had that emphasis of focusing on what you're doing correct, what you're doing right. And
Yeah.
that's one of the big things that I can say with such certainty separates the life coaching certification and best life from anything else, because
Yeah.
so many others are out there do, and like you said, Trey, so many, I'm the coach and you're the lowly client, and
Right.
do as I say.
Yeah.
And it's the exact, it's this beautiful level, it's like this for,
Yeah.
here's the client, here's the coach, we're
Yeah.
both growing, we're both gaining, we're both
Yeah.
learning, we're both expanding, and that's what
Yeah.
I love. And like you said, they're not ever becoming dependent on us, and we, because this is good too, we're
Yeah.
never becoming dependent on them.
Right. Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been awesome, you guys. So I'm
Hmm.
going to read a couple more comments, and then we're going to do a little housekeeping and then wrap up. But it says, I love that referral about the aunts, Dave. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Chris.
That's awesome, Chris.
Right. And to all those Aunt Kathy's out you, I still love you. I'm just using you as an example
Yeah.
because it's the first name that pops in my head. Yeah, just beautiful, just beautiful. So yeah, guys. Oh, Jen's saying the freedom release method guides you forward into who you really are. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally, totally, totally,
Yes.
totally. And I think that's the key too, is that it guides you. It doesn't push you, it doesn't jerk you, it doesn't yank
Right.
you. It
Yeah.
guides you. It's a very gentle breathing process. It's all done wonderfully with muscle testing. So there's that
Yeah.
certainty for the people. That's what I thought was so cool too, was listen to other coaches going, I really feel certain about muscle testing. I've known about it for years, but now I feel certain that I can do it. And
Right.
you can't
Yeah.
you can't put a price on that. That's so
Yeah.
amazing, so awesome
Yeah.
to hear, to witness.
Yeah. And the class isn't about just listening to a teacher tell you what to do. It's real experience. You're paired up
Yep.
with someone, you get to
Yep.
actually coach and be coached. So you
Yep.
know what both sides of the fence look like.
Yeah.
And you get lots of practice and lots
Yep.
of time to talk about it. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's just a really great class, and it's live. You're not just watching videos, or
Right.
just you get to actually talk in person, and it's a great experience for anyone really, if whether you want to be a coach or not, but just to learn it. There are tools that you will have for the rest of your life that you can use always,
Oh,
and yeah, change
I
your life.
so agree. Oh my gosh, yeah, they're totally tools that I know I'm still utilizing even right now, because
Yeah.
they're just so
Yeah.
easy and flowing, and
Yeah.
and it's just so nice to know, like, if I ever need, in essence, like we said, like an extra boost, I can just, oh, that's right, satisfaction exercise. Oh yeah, that's oh, okay, and just feel and flow forward, right? Don't need to figure out why it came about or any of that. You just feel and flow forward with it. So
Right.
so yeah, Trace, this has been awesome. So yeah, guys, I want to let you guys know too, that we have two of these classes coming up, January 30th. So it's coming right around the corner, and we have two different time slots. One is at 1 p.m. Eastern, and for our beautiful European friends, that's 7 p.m. Central European time. And then we have another one at the same day. So these are two concurrent classes, I guess that's what it's called. Two different time slots. We'll make it that easy. Oof.
Yeah.
Two
Yeah.
different time slots for the same class. The other one is at 9 p.m. Eastern. And we'll have those on our website. In fact, they're already on the website. And if
Yeah.
you want to sign up or register, yep, and Jen's already put up the link, but I'll just say it out loud too. Just go to www.bestlifecreationsociety.com. And you can go into the little classes tab and sign up for those beautiful classes. So, Trace, anything else you want to add as we're flowing forward from this wonderful magnificence that is the life coaching certification?
No, that's it. Just be magically you and come and join us. Have some fun and
Yeah.
learn some amazing tools to benefit your life.
Yeah, absolutely, you
Awesome.
guys. Yeah, I agree, Tracy. So thank you so much for being here and being my guest, and love you guys.
Cool.
See if you can tune in for Tracy's calls on Thursdays, Feeling and Finding You. Really, really great. You get to get a very, very awesome taste of what the Freedom Release Method is all about, both the releases and the Phillips, which is my
Yeah.
favorite part, is the Phillips.
Mhm. Yeah.
And yeah, and you know me, I'll be
So
back
good.
sometime, sure. So
Yeah.
no, guys, this is so fun, and may you continue to make your life with Best Life. We love you guys so much. We'll talk again soon.
Awesome.
Thanks, you
Love you
guys.
guys. Bye.